Well, I think it's finally time that I replace this 10-inch splash that I have here. As you can see, it's fairly broken and I can easily fit my hand through it. So I'm gonna look at 3 different splashes today. They're all 10 inches and they're all Zildjians. Okay, so I moved 2 of my crashes out of the way so that I could get all 3 splashes lined up here. I'm going to talk about the splashes briefly first, and then I'll play on them for you. So first up, I have this A-series splash. As you can see, it's not brand new. I've actually been using this guy for a little while. This is my go-to splash when I go to do recording, so it's the favorite splash that I have. I used this on the last 3 Points of Madness album. I used this on the Grey Curtain album. I really like the sound of this one, but a little while ago, I was concerned about breaking it. And I wanted to kind of reach out to different areas of the Zildjian line, see if there was other stuff that I might be able to find that might, pique my interest more than this guy. And so that was the first time I went and bought one of these K-series splashes. As you can see, that was the splash at the start of this video that I had broken. So that was kind of, even though it's a little bit of an expensive cymbal, that was my beater splash. I really like the sound of it as well, just not quite as much as my A-series splash. But I've been using this older version of the K splash on, my gigs that I've been playing for the last few years. So when it came time to replace this guy, I thought, you know what, let me see what else is out there, see if there's something else that might pique my interest as well. And I was kind of interested by this, I think this is a custom dark splash. The finish of it is definitely interesting. This one looks like it's got 2 different types of hammering going on to it. It has this really deep indentation in here. So it'll be interesting to see how that sounds, or hear how that sounds. So I'm going to play each of the splashes now. I'm going to rotate through, playing on the bows, on the sides, and on the bells. And then I'll play some drum beats where I incorporate the splashes in. So my general thoughts on these splashes, so there's obviously a big change in pitch. The A splash is definitely the highest pitched one of the group. The K and the K Custom are lower pitched. The K Custom Dark Splash is definitely the darkest, deepest pitch splash of the three. I see there's a pretty big gap in pitch between the A and the K, not so much between the K and the K Custom Dark Splash. My personal preference is I like the splash a little bit higher in pitch. That's why I've been holding on to the A for my recording sessions. This K is probably a little bit lower in pitch than my previous K. The other thing to know about the K Custom Dark Splash is that compared to the others, it's got a really trashy sound. So if you're looking for a trashy sound, if that's your thing, then this would actually probably work out pretty well for you. I think the decay time on the splashes were also relatively comparable. I think the A probably has the longest decay time of the three. And then the K is the next one, and the K Custom Dark Splash is probably the shortest of the three. But I don't want to call it a short. It's still a long decay sounding splash. I am always exploring, trying to find more sounds. So if you have a 10-inch splash that is your go-to, let me know in the comments below so I can check it out. And don't forget to subscribe.